So hopefully you guys can hear me. There are a lot of things I want to there are a lot of things I want to there are a lot of things I want to there are a lot of things I want to talk about. All right, so we're going to talk about random acts of kindness. I can't talk. Hello, Jennifer. Random acts of kindness. Now, there's a reason why I have this beautiful woman about to give birth, and this is the giving birth to the new age, the new earth. This is Pachamama giving birth to herself. This is us holding sacred space for the feminine energy and the masculine in the shadows, right? Like holding sacred space. Grandfather Sky, Grandmother Moon, Father Sun, the one of 1,000 names, the one who created us all. Krishna, Radha, Buddha, the Bodhisattvas. My ancestors from this life, past lives, and future incarnations that only wish the most beneficial, the kindness and guidance of their wisdom. The Galactic Council. Mary Magdalena and Yeshua, Mother Mary, Joseph. It's a calling to a new age. And I actually listened to something very shocking today, which I didn't know. But, I'm starting to realize again and again, it's like evolutions of realization. Self-realizations just come in waves. There's thunderstorms and then it calms. And then there's a sense of calmness. And then the thunderstorm and the waves come crashing into you of realizations upon realizations upon realizations when you're ready to absorb it. In 2009, Gaddafi did a talk, I believe in the UN, I think. I'm listening to some of this stuff here and there, like pockets of information, because I have to stop, because what I have to digest is so intense. And it made me realize how he was unalivened is why Putin's so fucking not trusting the Western system. Apparently he watched it on a loop, how Gaddafi was unalivened. Why is this important? Because the more and more I realize what David Icke has been saying about the root chakra, the more and more I see how the sacred masculine's root chakra has been taken in multiple ways, in ways we can't even still wrap our heads. When someone of a leadership position is harmed through the root chakra, it is a reverberation. I know it. I know it like my next breath. You masculines who are wounded and broken need to rise up off your knees now. Rise up your knees now. Do not get slammed by porn, deviancy, weird-ass desires. Do not let women who are in the 50 Shades of Grey romantic deviant world fuck you up. Go and find yourself women who are divine high priestesses that will heal your root chakra by just loving it, by just honoring it. Okay? That's going to be probably the most important thing you men need to do. Hang on. And so if you can manage that, then that's going to be important. Because what I'm seeing right now from Lawrence of Arabia, which, sorry, my son just got in the car. Lawrence of Arabia, if you've ever seen the movie, if you know the story, his actual story. Jails in America where this is allowed, other jails. The only jail, I'm looking at jails, right? I don't know, it came on my feed, so I started looking at jails, just comparing jails. And Norway is the only jail system that actually wants people to heal. The rest of the jails just want to destroy or enslave. Just on the side note. So the attack against the masculine root chakra has been unbelievably fearsome. And you guys who are, and I'm saying this, you women Learn how to have this conversation with those broken men, and divine masculines, you need to actually start creating circles. I'm not joking. We were doing really well in the 1990s after Robert Bly's book Iron John came out, and men were out there all over this country camping and crying and fucking talking about their fucking root chakra wounding, and they were getting some amazing work. Watch the movie Kinsey with Liam Neeson. Kinsey. Watch the scene where his father breaks down at the kitchen table. What happened to his root chakra? Please listen to some of this shit. Because after seeing everything, and it just hit me like a massive tsunami wave of massive emotions, which I'm holding back. I'm trying to. You're either going to win this, my beautiful masculine brothers, or you're going to fucking be victimized by it. But you better get off your ass and fucking get serious. You better get angry. Sometimes, and I can tell you as an experienced woman who has had only anger, righteous anger to get me out of bed, you better make anger your ally. Because sometimes that's what you need until you can heal and come into calmer waters of emotions. But sometimes anger is all you got to get out of the bed. And I need you guys to use whatever the fuck you need to use to get off your knees and stop being played by a machine that is unseen and yet is actually activating all the bad things for the wrong reasons in your body, in your soul, in your mind, in your monkey mind. It's a win to I know. Yeah, it's a win-win to rehabilitate. Well, apparently not in other countries, okay? At all. So I don't know what you guys need to do. I don't know. You're all different men. All of you are different. All of you have different stories of trauma. None of you, very few of you have had good childhood or childhood where there was no trauma. Very few of you. I've yet to, I think I've met one or two, hang on. I've met maybe 3 women in my entire fucking existence on this planet that have not been traumatized in some way before they were the age of 6. Definitely by 14 something happened. That's just women. In terms of men, I've yet to meet a man who hasn't had some kind of weird trauma, some kind of weird fucking beginnings. Okay? So whatever the hell that is that just started stacking its bricks of pain upon your heart chakra, your root chakra, you better just tear it apart. Start listening to The Concept of Reality with David Icke. Read the book Mind Power into the 21st Century to understand the holographic universe. Understand how the CIA and the KGB and all of them use remote viewing, not just to spy. MK Ultra. Learn this shit. Learn very quickly and then move on. And then heal yourself. And realize that some of us, how do I put this without sounding conspiracy theories, which most of you are afraid of, which was a term created by the big C group to make sure that we wouldn't ever respect people who actually had theories that they wanted to think about. It's called thinking, my friends. But anyway, I'm going to keep it short. I'll upload this if you guys want me to. Let me know in my comments. Hang on for a quick second. And that's just this incarnation trauma. Exactly. I'm one of the fortunate ones. You're lucky. 93% of the population has trauma. And when I was told that stat in a class last week, my jaw dropped. I'm not surprised. I'm actually 93%. Yeah, that sounds about right. Because if in 6 decades of my incarnation, I've only fucking met 3 women that have never been, and I remember one of them saying, and for all I know, I don't remember. That's what she said. So I know 2 are sure nothing happened to them. They're sure, the next breath. But the one said, I'm not sure. It could be that I didn't remember. I blacked out. Which is, I don't remember my abuse. No, a lot of people don't. It's a safety valve. Just like we don't remember past lives where we were perpetrators and we were predators and prey. So, that's kind of a normal concept. But what I'm going to say to you guys as the masculine, because I'm talking to you, and you women listening, I need you to have that conversation with the men in your life that are running, chasing, playing games, porn, bullshit. You want to look at erotic art, do all you want. But understand the difference between porn and erotic art. It's not the fucking same at all. Okay? Erotic art is Picasso's erotic art, which was banned in our country, in America, great old USA. Okay, they didn't allow it to come in. Did you know that? Okay, this is just line drawings from Picasso. This was in early 2000. I'll never forget that. So understand the difference and understand why. You want to read erotic work? Read erotic work. Make sure it's within the realms of tantric, honoring the masculine and the feminine, or honoring same gender. I don't give a shit. But make sure it doesn't get you in the wrong side of the street, okay? In a dead-end street where you're going to actually twirl. There's something that, I'm going to be very honest with you, is my father was very brutally honest. And he said, once you get a taste of the deviancy, you can't go back. Once you taste something that's not quite right because you're just curious, you'll never go back. And this is something I never forgot. And I remember somebody else in my life I told this to, and that man said to me, I wish my father had told me that. So I just want you to know that you guys are kick-ass, but you're going to have to be honest with yourself as masculines and stop your bullshit. Just stop your bullshit, because right now, if you think you own your root chakra, if you're a wounded, broken masculine, if you're addicted to shit, if you're addicted to deviant shit, if you're curious and going on the wrong side of the street, call yourself out and work on it. Because if you don't, then your root chakra is owned by nefarious forces. You don't own yourself. That's what it means. And that should piss you off. I know it would piss me off. All right? So this is it. This is the live. I just wanted to just give you that message. I was parked. It's raining. And I'm just watching too many men who are homeless. Beautiful, powerful men that are homeless. And homelessness is not a failure. It's it's an example of a massive pain of self-abuse. See, when you get into the looping of abuse, you become your own abuser to yourself. So, and this is not to shame homeless people. Don't get going, because it's not. Because we have a system that implements a system that it's a no-win game, and we all know it. But when your root chakra is owned and it goes into the bowels of despair and self-loathing due to your very beginnings, you're more likely to give up. And then once you loop into homelessness, and I've heard this from many people who are homeless, who are no longer, many of them, they had to fight their way out. But we do not have a bootstrap theory. It does not work. People need a leg up. They need like 10 grand to get an apartment, to just fucking lick their wounds, to sleep and sleep and sleep from the trauma of homelessness. It's traumatic. This country better do better by its people. And our men can't do that. This is why you women are being called. And that's why some of you guys will come to me and say, why? Why do I have to do it? Because you're the high priestesses, because you're stronger, believe it or not. And why are you stronger? Because we've been allowed to talk about it and yell about it and howl about it to 2 or 3 of our girlfriends, where these men can only talk about football and baseball and bullshit and bimbos. And that's it. None of them are allowed to speak real emotional context. And the last time I saw a movement that suddenly, I don't know where the fuck it went. Again, giving credit, Iron John, David Bly, Robert Bly, forgot it's always, but it's B-L-Y. Iron John. These guys were camping together, spending weekends together, grown-ass, flannel-wearing, gay, straight, bisexual men, family members, uncles, fathers, lovers, and getting their shit together. And then, boom, it just went away like it never... I'm pretty sure none of you have heard about that movement, but it was in the 1990s. Where the fuck is that movement? You men need each other. And you better start crying in front of each other, hugging each other, and treating each other like real brothers. And real brothers, good brothers, speak the truth. No one's ashamed of trauma. No one's ashamed of having been essayed or anything. It's something you don't hide. You should be allowed to speak of it with each other and support each other on being bisexual or becoming gay because of the abuse. I remember one of my friends said, had it not been foster care, I would have been straight. The abuse was that harmful for years of his life, going from one home to another to another. Anyway, so I'm just going to let you go. Anyway, yeah, stop foreign aid problems. Well, watch Candace Owens talking about the CIA. That's all I got to say. It's not foreign aid, my friend. It's foreign... we're attacking foreign countries, okay? We're doing nefarious shit, and then we're fixing it, and it's a game, please. It's a no-win game for us as Americans. Go check it out. Do your research. Because if you think it's foreign aid the way you think it's foreign aid, we've been played like idiots. We're like puppets. So let's get our masculine root chakra going. Let's get ourselves healed. Let's get off our knees. Let's get whatever we need to do. Let's stop the distractions. Let's get sober. Let's fast. Let's go running up hills. I have to do it too. I've allowed my root chakra to collapse. Believe me, I'm not walking on water. But mine was from grief, not from SA'd abuse. No, I already worked on that shit. It was other things, to be clear, and to be blunt. So you don't think I have my shit together. We're all getting our shit together. But sometimes it is, power. It is power. And you need to reclaim your power, my masculine brothers. You need to reclaim it. You need to stop being shy. And if you don't have friends you can talk about this shit, then find them. Create groups, find them. They're out there. I have a sacred masculine in our group, our only sacred masculine in our group. And it's a group of women, high priestesses and goddesses. One man working on himself. That's it. That's bullshit. I should have 50-50. But I don't. And whenever I speak to a man and I push him to actually work on himself, he fucking runs. Okay? That's why 80% of my followers are women, 20% of men. And of that 20%, probably 1% is actually doing the work. The other, I don't know what the other 20 are doing. I'm not joking. Because they're not asking to be part of our group. They're not asking to be part of the healing journey and letting high priestesses. We are the wombs that brought you into this planet. Never forget that. Okay? There are toxic wombs out there. Believe me, we're not all untainted and pure. Trust me, I know. There are women out there that use their wombs as a currency, as a trap, as a jail to a man, as a jail sentence. Oh, I didn't know I could get pregnant. That kind of shit. I know they're out there. But we're talking about women like us who are here to hold sacred space for you. You need to seek us out and find your own groups and have male groups. Where are your male groups? There's a website called The Good Man Project. It's called The Good Man Project. Plural, men, MEN.com. Go there. Go there. There's the Sacred Masculine. It's on Facebook. It's a group I follow as a woman. Hello. So because I'm trying to figure out how do I hold sacred space, having raised a son, having loved men. And if you're a woman that has a problem with men, you need to check your ass and fucking get yourself healed, because that's not normal. Was I that woman at the age of 19, 20? Yes, but am I that woman today? Fuck no. Of course not. Having anger for men is one thing. At some point, you need to separate the assholes, gender non-specific, to the people who are really trying to heal themselves. And it's not a gender war unless you accept it to be. Anyway, I send you much love on your journey. I got to go. Align your chakras and you will be enlightened with the knowledge of the universe. Okay. Adapt. I understand that, but it's almost like a t-shirt. You may want to look at, yes, we talk about chakras all the time, but that's much more than that. You've got to go into the bowels of your fucking self-loathing of what happened to you when you were SA'd and get honest about it. Forgive yourself. Again, I've given you the movie Kinsey with Liam Neeson, the scene where he actually is with his father. Watch that scene. That scene tore me up because the level of abuse, the psychological, somatic abuse is real, and it reverberates, and it's a domino effect. That's why what happened to, I just mentioned the political leader in Libya. I'm not going to mention his name again because I don't want this flagged. The way he was unalivened was not necessary, but I know exactly why they did it like that. What happens is when your root chakra is kidnapped and abused, all your power is siphoned out of your root chakra, speaking of chakras. And there's a purpose for that. And David Icke goes into detail in his talks, which you can actually check out his videos on davidicke.com. Again, I'm turning on to people who have put their career on the line to be the people of power, to show us, to shine the light on disparities and unfairness, injustice, and the kidnapping of the collective root chakra by the 1%. It's a real problem, and you need to fucking know about it and do your due diligence, okay? But aligning all your chakras, just doing that every day while you're colliding, where your monkey mind's colliding with your self-loathing, is not going to work. You have to look at your shadows. You have to do the work. And if you want to join our group, send me a message. Send me your WhatsApp, your real name, and I will put you in the group. If you really want to have support, and if you really want to hash out some shit. But or create your own group, my friends. I mean, go on Telegram, create your own group, whatever. I'm sorry, I need to give you this message, okay? It was something I really felt compelled to. I hope it helps. If it doesn't, I'm not for you, and it's all good. And maybe, there are other messages that are more in line with you. But sending you much love on your journey. Be well. Namaste.